Right, so I have returned once again today to actually do a stream of Initial D. How you doing, YouTuber? Do you believe in D? I do believe actually are good to go. So actually have returned to cover episodes 9 and 10 of Initial D. And as we're in episode 8, actually kind of left on the start of the battle between Nakazato and Takumi as well. My brain just stopped for a second. God, my brain stops constantly. But yeah, this show is good. The show's very good. It has a very different feel that I'm actually kind of like, I like a lot, because it's again, what this show has, it has a lot of different genres mixed into it, and actually kind of creates this kind of mishmash that kind of, it brings you more into the world because of it. I like it because of that reason, because a lot of what it does other genres do. And because it's done here, it's done in such a way that it kind of feels fresh towards how the world actually is. And because of it, it kind of draws you in even more. I actually kind of like that. But yeah, we have to see the battle now, and I can't wait. So anyway, I should put on Twitter actually gone live before I actually pass out, because it's so goddamn hot in my room. It is actually it's at least 30 degrees in my room right now. I had the fan on as well, which is a problem. What weirdest thing is actually I had the fan on in my room, and it's still 32 degrees in my room. It is boiling. But we actually are good to go. So anyway, I start this thing in 3, 2, 1. I start this thing absolutely now. I still really do love the actual, warning at the beginning of the anime as well. It's like, by the way, don't do all this shit. obey the actual speeding limits, and also the actual traffic laws as well. Don't go around drifting. It's kind of great. But yeah, I mean, so this show is a lot, basically. But as I said, it works really well because of how it kind of draws you in, because Takumi's basically like, he's kind of like Ichigo in a way, or he's kind of like Naruto as well. He's kind of like Goku and stuff. He's kind of like characters like that. He wields something that everyone kind of fears in a way. In this context, it's the actual 886. It's actually kind of very well done because of it. Because he's basically this character that embodies like the thing that the enemies fear. But then how they juxtapose that is actually quite well done as well, because they juxtapose that with how Takumi's kind of just like very towards everything, and actually how that angers everyone else, because it's true. How they've gone to this whole entire battle is Takumi himself didn't actually kind of accept the battle. It was actually basically his best friend did it instead, and because of that whole entire idea, it kind of makes it seem as if he's just kind of there because he has to do it, instead of actually kind of putting everything on the line. He's just there because of having to be there, essentially. And it kind of changed the perception of how you actually see his character, because it's one of those things that you understand he actually is beginning to actually kind of love racing. It's still kind of like, there's still the evidence that he's not fully there, kind of in mind. So it's actually kind of well done, because it's always like, it's changing how you see him all the time. But it's not into the way that you don't actually like him. It's more in the sense of there's actually clearly something more going on with his character. That's why he's actually kind of the way he is. Oh, it's that Rage Your Dream as well. That Rage Your Dream in the background. But I do appreciate Itsuki's actual kind of involvement to this whole entire plot as well. Again, the show, everything it does is really well done. I really do appreciate how it's actually kind of structured itself so far. But yeah, it's different for the genre itself because again, sports anime tends to actually kind of have that formula that you kind of know about. But here it kind of feels like it's actually kind of like it's essentially as if you're watching a shonen anime, but just it's kind of like there's no like fighting essentially. It's just kind of like just dudes in cars just racing essentially. I like that. That's cool. So because Naka's essentially just for the 15th time just then, because Nakazato's got a lot on the line here. He's not just racing because he just wants to race. There's a lot on the line. It's the same thing happened with Keisuke as well. He's not a driver who drives with his head. Dude just vibes the entire time. That's how he just wins. It's a car pun in that sentence. Car pun in that sentence as well. To be honest, there's a car pun in there. But also kind of like that we already know like the weaknesses as well, essentially. How it's not as if it's going to be one of those. It's not as if it's going to be like a very easy. It's not an easy race to begin with. But even more so when you actually kind of learn about the different weaknesses the actual cars have, and also in the drivers themselves. So it kind of then makes it seem as if the actual race itself is like more important than anything else. Oh. Is that running the 90s in the background as well? For a show about cars, this show is actually ridiculously amazing. I mean, it's not to discredit it at all, but it's one of those things you kind of like, you just kind of feel so engrossed into it because it's one of those, because I can never explain it, but it's the same thing that all anime does it. It might be a topic you're actually not too knowledgeable about, but you just feel so engrossed into it, you just kind of like, this is so goddamn good. Smart Down and Runaway had the exact same thing. Like, you just feel so engrossed into the whole entire world. Same thing with Initial D as well. Like, you just feel so engrossed into it. anxiety inducing just watching them go across a corner. He's like, oh shit, they might just crash any second now. It's kind of like, it's like the most, like you kind of, when you just see them get so close to one another, you're kind of like, oh. Oh shit! There was so much emphasis on that shot. He was like, ah! The whole time. You're basically just doing this. You're watching through your hands. And Takami's just vibing. He's in tune with the car, pun the pun. And there's our one per stream. How these boys reach these corners? It's the most like anxiety-inducing thing in the world. They're like just doing normal corner, but they're that close to a goddamn post. It's just like ah. It's not. You just want to go on the floor and not watch. Like, bruh. God, I love this show so much. It's so goddamn good. I do wish I actually caught this show back when it was actually airing, like, somehow, because I would have loved watching this show when it was airing when I was a kid. I had a strong love for cars when I was a kid, so I actually would have loved this show. But alas, good old England and their terrible syndication of anime, most of the time. You could say he's third wheeling. Whoa, hey! Oh, my chair fell down, so it's actually the pun. God fucking damn it! Every single time I say good pun, my chair dies. I'm cursed. I tell you, I'm cursed. That was such a good pun. My chair died. I'm disappointed now. I've got to sort this out as soon as the episode ends. I do actually just I love Ryoto's actual involvement as well, because he's kind of like, he's the dude who sits on the sidelines in a show in anime and kind of just says, by the way, yeah, it's this dude, he's pretty cool. He's got his stuff together, bro. He's doing it. He's doing it. Just turns a corner and Takumi's just like right next to me. He's like, oh shit, he can read it. Bruh. It seems so slick when they do it. Like, it's just like, it's like wabam, wabam, drifting. I'm like, whoa, how's he doing it so slick like that? Does he have that JoJo swag? Because he used that exact same yeah, this is the exact same trick he used against Keisuke. He used the actual is it a drainage system in like the drainage area of a of the actual hill to actually then kind of convert it all into like the G-force, actually then go faster. So it absorbs all the G-force from the corner. Very incorrect how the science works in this show. Don't quote me. I've got a C in science. All right. And Takumi just passes him and goes, "You're a beat bitch." That's how I'm going faster. I think I might spend this week actually catching up to season 1 of this show, because it's just so goddamn addicting. It's unbelievably cool to actually just see it. I do. I own some of it. I own like 1 or 2 volumes of Vagabond so far. I need to buy the rest of them. It's so cool seeing them do the corners. It's also anxiety inducing to see it beforehand, but it's also very cool to see it from the actual driver's seat. So you can't catch me, even if I go into maximum overdrive, quite literally, it's a lot more than that now, but it was at first. Pun in there somewhere because cars have screws. To say here's a screw loose. Pun. Bruh. It's still so... God, my chair's still falling down. I'm so low now. I'm not even in the frame. I'm hardly in the frame anymore. It's the price I pay for my good puns. Oof. Oof! Oof! Oh shit! He's so close! He's so close! Bruh! This guardrail's like a 1 millimeter. It's like how close I listen to my shit every single day. It's how close Nakazato was just then to the actual railing or the actual posts. Bro. I guess he put so much pressure on the tires are gonna burst as well. That's the other thing to note as well. Is actually they could in theory burst at any second. I don't think they will, but it's kind of one of those things they might. Don't ever plan for the not will. Always plan for the might. Takami's still goddamn cool about everything. He's just like, eh. In the frame anymore. The competition got so fierce my chair fell down. Oh man, that was so fucking good. Holy shit. I can't wait to see how this whole entire race concludes. I need to fix this chair actually before I forget. God, it's actually annoying me. I'm so low down, bro. I'm so low down. You know, if it ever comes back up, that is. There we go. Arse. Hit my arse on my chair. There we go, I'm back. How's it going? My goddamn piece of crap chair that falls down every single time. Put like a little bit of like difference in weight on it. Anyway, yeah. God, that was good. That was really freaking good. It's just more than anything because it's just how close they just all get to like is it the guardrails? I think they're called. Like it's just they're like about that far away from crashing into one, and you have the whole entire thing that they put too much pressure on their car, then it can all go wrong, bro, any second. So you're always constantly on edge. You're like, oh yeah, Takami's got this. But at the same time, Takami could in theory kind of like do one false move and boom, it all kind of just goes up in flames. Same thing with Nakazato as well. Nakazato's actually kind of got like this advantage actually being in front. He actually has to kind of keep tucking off his back. So in doing so, he's got to do so much more. We actually know the weaknesses of the R32 as well. So there's also that. But it's so many things going on in this. You just kind of like, bruh, whoo, all right. it's intense. I like how Takumi also then utilized the exact same method he actually used in the race with Keisuke as well. He utilized the actual, I think it's like the drainage part of like the of the corner. Actually then absorb all the G-force. Actually then when he goes back up, he actually can go faster. It's kind of a really clever use of the whole entire thing. So actually, it's actually kind of like a staple. It kind of keeps going. It's really loud lorry outside. So hopefully after this point we'll watch 3 episodes per day, so we actually probably be able to catch up with this show in 5 days, I think, if I'm lucky. And then what I probably will do is probably stream season 2 as well of I think season 2 is shorter if I remember correctly. It's 13 episodes to the 26. I think season 2 is 13, season 3 is 26, and season 4 is 26 as well. Is there a 5th stage I believe as well at some point? Let's get rid of the actual Funimation logo as well. Cool. Anyway, let's actually put on Twitter actually watching episode 10. Alright, right, let's watching episode 10 now. Alright, hopefully actually are good to go. Oh, email me now. What do I find out? The phone will not tell me. Great. I was like, who's emailing me? It won't tell me. I've played some of Corpse Party actually at some point. Not that much of it though. I didn't really kind of get too much into it. It's alright. In my opinion. It's fine. Right, so we actually are good to go again. Let's actually carry on with episode 10. That rhymes, 10 points. Right, so let's actually start the thing in 3, 2, 1. Start the thing absolutely now. Yeah, Corpse Party is one of those series I always found a bit weird. That's when I never really got into it. Right, but yeah. I kind of like, it's just kind of, I don't know, it's just this show's just got, it's falling again, my chair, great. My chair's horrible, I hate it. You get a gaming chair because you believe it's actually kind of like, it's the good shit. It's like getting stickers on your car that actually has like flames on it, make it go faster, but it's a lie. Same thing with gaming chairs. It's all a lie. But yeah. The show's got something about it. It kind of keeps you addicted to actually come back each time, because for some reason it's just like you learn so much about how this actual kind of world works. So you kind of just leave. So if you didn't know anything about cars, you just leave it like knowing every single thing about cars, and it's actually ridiculously, said the word correctly, amazing. Like in essence, how you kind of learn about the whole thing with the G-force of the car, how you learn about the R32's weaknesses, how you know about the 86's weaknesses as well. And anything else in between. It all kind of just meshes together, actually kind of creates experience. You kind of just become a pro by the end of it. And then the actual race itself is just so goddamn intense, you just can't like, bruh, the whole entire time. You're on the edge of your seat, bro. You're on the edge of your seat, I tell you. There's also a pun in there somewhere because it's actually about people in seats as well, so it's a pun. Oh shit! The five hairpins. Hairpins or hairpins? Hairpins. The five consecutive hairpins. If I remember correctly, it's one of the points in which the R32 had a weakness, if I remember correctly. It's one of these areas the R32 kind of has the weakness in. Oh shit! Do you see how close that was? I just love how amazingly calm everyone actually is. Hello, how's it going? But yeah, watching this from the outside is like it's just the most anxiety-inducing thing in the world. It's like the whole entire time, essentially. That is the mood of Initial D from the outside perspective. So I imagine probably every single sport actually kind of is. Like, it's just anxiety-inducing to sit on the sidelines. Oh, shit! Bro! God, that was so close. So unbelievably close. God damn it. You gotta watch this show with the iron stomach as well, because God, it does. It's just, oh Jesus. I'm sweating just thinking about the corners. Yeah, the guardrail. I thought sorry for the God, my chair's falling down again. Fuck. God damn it. I've got to actually position my camera a bit better now because I'm just falling down. Godrod must be like having an anxiety moment, just kind of thinking about, oh shit, he's coming to get me. He's coming so close to me again. Is he gonna get me this time? I had no pun that time. Will my chair fall down? Oh where has the 8-6 gone? Oh shit! he's using the method, isn't he? It'll be really difficult to actually kind of get past him now at this point. Oh shit! He's not thinking straight. Oh shit, boy! That was slick. He lost. It's like that's anxiety inducing, but also very cool. Must admit. And 60,000 yen. That's like £700, I think, give or take. Maybe like 800 or 900 now by the inflation. What's £1,000 to fix that car? That was really good though, I must admit. I must admit how kind of cool that was. Just that little bit, just kind of like, where the fuck did he go? Oh shit! But it's kind of great how they're kind of doing freehandle the actual race as well, because the race itself, the actual like meaning behind it's a lot more than just your average race. Human abs. That was cool. I kind of love how just love how slick the actual takeover actually was, and then how because after actually wasn't really thinking straight off that whole entire point, thinking he actually probably could in theory still take him over, and actually was his downfall in the end. It's one of those things that kind of it does affect you like that kind of like feeling that you get. It kind of overrides you to the point that you actually want to actually overtake. Excuse me. You actually want to overtake, so you do everything in your power to actually do it, which then leads to mistakes. Man, Boyd's bought an 8.6 as well. I want an 8.6. Considering this show came out in 1998, I imagine the 8.6 must be at least almost 30 years old as a car. So I do actually wonder what this actually does in framing for Itsuki's actual character overall now. And there's no engine. So, but how is the car driving? Magic. It's 8.5, bro. He got done. Got done. Poor Itsuki. He's wanted an 8.6. Yeah, I guess in the end stuff like that does actually happen. Like in the end, cars can almost be exactly the same, but it's actually like way different things going on. I can't remember a certain amount of cars actually have that idea, but there's cars out there that exist like that. They're essentially exactly the same body, but the insides are completely different. He has changed. Ohayou gozaimasu. Genki deska. Thank you so much as well. Thank you. I thought I'd greet anyway, but thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimasu. I should also say as well. Sorry. It's the heat. The heat's getting to my brain as well, to be honest. Oh shit. Also, thank you so much for actually telling me as well. Bruh. Can't do that. Can't vibe check someone who's actually won 2 races against like the top boys. It's true. Can't be out here telling someone's car is shit, bro. That's not nice. That's not cool. He's gonna vibe check them in 8.5 as well. Shit, boy, he's gonna do it in 8.5. That was slick, bro. I actually live near Mountain Kino, to be honest. I actually live near it. I used to be constantly hearing people go "Wow" down the road, or down the mountain, I should say. As if I actually can live anywhere near Mount Kina, that is. My god, this show is brilliant. This show just keeps on getting better. My chair fell down in the middle of that because it's just so goddamn high, but Jesus. It was, oh god, this show just has something, you just can't get enough of it. It's just, there's just, I don't know, it just kind of feels like the good shit of like that era of anime. That's what it kind of feels like, and I kind of love it. I like Itsuki's actual kind of like, as I said beforehand during the previous episode, I like how Itsuki's actually involving himself into the plot itself, because it's very much more kind of like he's the best friend kind of like type characters, essentially. And actually how he's involving himself is very interesting, because he actually didn't really want the exact same card that Takumi has, but ended up getting the 8-5 instead, which very much looks exactly the same as an 8-6. Which then kind of makes me wonder, then, okay, so it's probably not the car itself, but the actual driver themselves actually is what drives the actual car. It makes any sense what I just said. I think I made a really obvious statement, but you know what I mean. It's like the person driving it is kind of like, it's the major thing. So an 8-5 might kind of just be like, oh, it won't be like, oh shit, bro, get that shit out of here. But in theory, if like Takumi drives it, he might be able to actually pull some of the craziest shit in the world. He actually would get out an 8-6, but out an 8-5 instead. So it kind of then makes you wonder, okay, so it's not just the actual kind of like car. The car's not the actual thing, which I guess is the proof enough with the whole thing with the R32. The R32 is probably the prime example of that whole entire idea. How the R32 is this grandiose car with like, it's also a GTR, isn't it, if I remember correctly, which is a grandiose car. So, and then in the end, it was beaten by an 8-6, a car that kind of, it pales in comparison in certain degrees to the 8-6. So for that reason, it kind of makes you wonder then. So the actual main crux of it all is the driver. It's not the car. You have the best car in the universe, but if you actually know how to drive it properly, that's the issue. I'm guessing it's probably what's going on here a lot. It's the idea of actually those who drive it are actually kind of like, it's the issue here. Shingo arrives. Ooh, can't wait until tomorrow, bro. So I think we should finish off Core 1 tomorrow, if I remember correctly, which then leads to 30 episodes to kind of finish the whole entire series off. Yeah, I can actually play episode 11, so it actually knows to actually go there tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, this show is just, it's so good. This show's so good. Like, it's just, it's ridiculously amazing, because it's just, I don't know. I like how Takumi's actually changing as well. Like, in essence, how it was at first, how you could probably, in your own mind, understand how everyone else is actually kind of thinking about him, because it's kind of true, in a way. Like, how Takumi actually acts towards the entirety of this world is very different to actually how Keisuke does. Actually, how then Nakazato does as well. Like, everyone else is putting everything on the line to actually kind of win the race, and you actually listen to Takumi's actual reasons, it completely contradicts the entire thing. I can't wait to see him actually beat them in an 8-5 though. It'd be so goddamn cool. just see Takumi just go down Mount Akina on an 8-5, and everyone's like, 8-5 is shit. It's like, yo shit boy, and then just go straight past him. I would love that. I want to see that happen. I want to probably see that happen tomorrow. But yeah, it's one of those things. I do actually kind of appreciate that he isn't kind of typical of the entirety of the genre. He's not like, yeah, boy, driving's the goddamn best, bro. I'm so glad I'm actually doing this. Now he's like, driving, I don't know about that one, bro, all the time. And actually, it's kind of cool because it then makes him actually kind of appreciate the driving as time goes on. It's not just an overnight thing that he just kind of just goes, driving's cool. Like, in essence, he's slowly getting there, but there's still bits and bobs about his character that do in through make you wonder, okay, so he doesn't actually see eye to eye completely just yet with the concept of driving. So it's one of those things that kind of makes you then, I guess his like distance away from driving, pardon the pun, actually then kind of mirrors your own distance away from driving, pardon the pun, because technically speaking we don't really know much about driving ourselves. We actually kind of are learning through Takumi's actual eyes. So then Takumi's actually kind of distance away from driving himself. It then actually kind of grow more accustomed to the whole entire world itself as time goes on, because he's grown accustomed to the whole entire world as well. He's not just kind of overnight going, yeah boy. It's like it's slow. It's a slow methodical kind of approach, and I actually kind of like that. And yeah, the OST just slaps so goddamn hard in this show as well. And also kind of like I like Nakazato. I like Nakazato's actual kind of like realization in the end. He kind of just goes, "Wow, I lost." He didn't kind of like start banging the actual thing at all. He just kind of accepted it. He moved on. He kind of said to himself, "Well, guess it's a loss. I guess I gotta get better." And I actually kind of like that as well. It's not just, oh yeah, well, losing is the worst thing ever, because as we've actually kind of noticed with other characters, especially Keisuke, losing is extremely massive towards the actual person. So if they're actually doing free lose, it's kind of like it's soul crushing. But with Nakazato actually kind of didn't free accept it. And I like that bit about him. It was kind of cool. But yeah, tomorrow we'll be watching more of Initial D, possibly hopefully three episodes if it's not too hot. Because God, it's like 35 degrees in my room right now. It's boiling. I've got the fan going as well. It actually is kind of like bruh. So yeah. I remember muscle memory how they end up this whole entire stream in Japanese. So, Goshicho arigatou gozaimasu. Boku no doga wo omoshiroi to omotara ine ya channel toroku wo onegai shimasu. So yeah, with all that said, indeed being a driver, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube and doing free, leave a like, because indeed this went quite a bit. If you have then enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube and doing free, leave a sub, because indeed this went quite a bit. If you have then enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube and doing free, leave a follow on Twitter, or join Discord as well, or actually leave a sub. I actually haven't said that beforehand as well, because both do help me quite. Both actually technically all three do help me quite a lot. Say it correctly, all three do help me quite a lot. And actually, two of those follow me on Twitter, and actually then join Discord as well. Both actually tell you when these streams are live, and any other streams I do as well. Sayonara. Well, I guess technically not sayonara, because sayonara is actually kind of the final goodbye. Isn't there the say goodbye is like is it jamata, if I remember correctly? It's how you say say goodbye, basically say to see you later. Essentially, if I remember correctly, it's jamata is to say see you later. Sayonara is way too final. That's what I've always kind of read. Sayonara is like way too final as a kind of like goodbye. But yeah, those two will tell you when I go live and actually do any follow me on Twitter, and actually then follow me on Twitter, and actually then follow me on Discord as well. Both tell me when these streams are live, and any other streams I do as well. But next time, some more Initial D. See you guys later. Bye for now.